whatever is offered to you right after the heartbreak makes you feel compromised, makes you feel like you're getting hoodwinked or you're getting robbed, because it's not your opportunity. You can stop. Don't do it. Don't choose it. That's not yours. And I know it's scared, because what's the first thing we want to do when we feel like we're drowning? We want to grab onto anything that's floating by. But this shit that's floating by is actually a fucking crocodile. And you don't want to reach out to that because he's going to make food out of you. Don't reach out at all, because something's coming right on the other fucking side of it. Aries, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is a message for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. This is an energy reading, my friend. So you call it into you when you are open and receptive to receiving it. It is timeless. We begin with slow and steady wins the race. Something, in other words, that is extraordinarily challenging for you, but a very important message to come through to you, because it's almost like guys, don't be tricked by what you're feeling right now of being pushed, or like you have to push, because that is the fool's temptation. That is the bait for the fool. Those of you who are wise will put your energy into the slow and steady lift or push. Go slow and go steady. It's what is happening right now. Mercury retrograde is happening in Aries, guys. So this is a sense of the slower you go, the long term is where success lies in what you set up now. If you jump into something, you are not going to like what comes out of it, or simply you're going to be put into a downward spiral of always being pushed around instead of telling the universe what you want, because it's listening. So this is a message for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. It is an energy reading, so take it where it resonates. If you're looking for personal readings, I do those. So check out my website. You can book and schedule right now and get your reading tomorrow or the day after. There you go. bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. And if you haven't subscribed yet, or even if you have, take a look to see if you're still subscribed, and also if you're still getting notifications, because a lot of people are not. Just an FYI, and you might want to just check that, guys. Beyond that, let me just get done with this. We're almost done, Aries. Aries. They all drop out along the way. Let's cleanse the space. Aries, bring your ideas to life. Okay, this is a really good, okay, so let's go back, because this marries very, very well into turtle spirit. There is a new that's happening to you, something new. Just you're starting, sparking. You also have ideas as to how you want that to go, and God wants that for you. So you are supported. Here's what's trying to bring you down. We'll call it the devil, but really it is impulsivity, or those aspects of yourself that are shadowy and you don't want to see their weaknesses, and you could fall victim to them. So how do we not? Slow and steady wins the race. If you want something, like, it's not about greed, it's about, this is you're being pulled toward it, then do not settle for anything less. Now, I know that there are different parts of life that we got bills to pay, right? Maybe we can't take the perfect job right away. We can't, that's true. But that's where the slow and steady comes in. Take this as a metaphor, my friends. This is not just all about career. I'm going to use a metaphor right now and say this is about work. And you want a specific position, and it's open for you, or it will be in a little while. Maybe nothing is available yet. Right now, God is saying, what steps do you need to take to a year from now or 6 months from now have what you actually want? Because if you throw yourself into a commitment of some sort with something that you don't want because you're desperate and scared, never make decisions on desperation and fear. And I know it's really hard, especially when you have bills to pay, you have children to feed. Like, all of these things are really tough, right? And they compromise you and make you more vulnerable, but they can also make you stronger. And I'm going to tell you how. Understand that if you have children, but if you live on your knees, then the world will trample them just as easily as it'll trample you. The only way to actually ever protect your children or people who are important to you, or even your ideas that maybe you consider your children, you know what I'm saying? It's like, the only way to protect the things that are really truly important to you is to get off your knees and to take a stand. And that means sometimes accepting that it might be a slow climb. A lot of times we just want to just rush into instantaneous gratification, not only to feel good, but to not feel afraid anymore, or to satisfy a desire that we feel like we need to have because we're afraid to live without it. But a little bit more hardship and a little bit more patience can go a long way right now to getting you what you actually want instead of what you are just settling for. And once again, I don't mean like if you need a job, don't take it, or don't date anybody until the perfect person comes around. But don't settle or contract for anybody, and always have that long-term goal in your mind and be making sure every step you take is a step that's getting you closer to it. And that's where patience and self-control is going to really help you this week, because the universe is supporting your ideas. Bring them to life, because you may have to wait a while for them, but you don't ever have to actually wait. You can just slowly walk toward them. It won't be a rush. And don't let what's available to you now trip you up. I'm just saying that. Okay, I hope that was clear. Feel free to leave comments below if it wasn't. Then we have love is all around. So there's no need to settle. There is words of goodness and words of appreciation and affirmation that are all around you. You have options, my friends, and clearly you need to be reminded of that. We have the miracles are endless. Bada bing, bitch. Hello. Another reminder that says love is all around you. The resources are endless. If anybody is feeling Aries pigeonholed, or like they just have to, like, don't, because this is your reminder. This is why you've been called to this video, to be reminded that no, you got options, and there are lots of things out there, and there's a lot of love and a lot of opportunity. So ultimately, take everything into consideration, but allow it to be a part of your long-term plan, not where you get stuck. And that's the only part of this reading so far that is a warning. Spirit has a plan. And there you go. And embrace the in-between. So be okay with the ambiguity that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Be okay with the ambiguity of be okay with the discomfort. Be okay, because honestly, this is just an in-between phase. And whatever is giving you the opportunity to sort of transition or be in between is the choice that God is trying to make you focus on and lead you into now. Like, that's the choice you want to go, because this period of your life is only transitional, and you don't want to get too stuck or attached to whatever's going on right now. But you do want it to elevate you to the level or in the direction toward your goals. So part of that is accepting that right now isn't when you get the prize. And to allow yourself or support yourself to not settle for what's in front of you. Let's get into the 6-card spread that I'm going to do just to clarify the ins and outs and details of this circumstance for Aries, please. There's heartbreak. So yeah, okay, what does this do? It sets you up for vulnerability. That's what it does, because it fucking crushes you. So this isn't a reading that's trying to down you or say, suck it up. It knows. It's like God knows you're hurting. God knows you're scared. God knows something has gone really fucking wrong. And all different levels of it can happen. Lost your job, lost your family, lost a loved one. Like, there was something here that broke your heart, right? Really disappointed you somehow in something. So this is a confirmation that the universe knows how challenging it is to not give in to your fear or desperation right now. But Aries, this is your cheer. This reading is your cheerleader to say, you still have more options than you think. Don't let your vulnerabilities or how crappy you feel make you miss that. Right? That's the wake-up call this reading is trying to give you. So let's go on to card number 2 and 3 is coming out, okay? Oh, 2, 3, and maybe 4. Okay. So we had a new beginning or new start. So, okay, let's go back. There was a heartbreak here because something that just started new, something that just began, something that had just started, all of a sudden you feel separated from or detached from. Or somebody is trying to make you feel like you have to be taken away from what you care about. Perhaps it's for a new job, for a new role, for a new opportunity, because that's what's good for them. They want to stay in the place that they are. But there is this energy of feeling isolated and feeling alone and feeling like you're stuck hanging out in space. Something new was supposed to be going so well, and then this shit happened. Heartbreak. And then the Queen of Pentacles comes along, an offer, or an offer of stability, an offer that you can rely on, or even something more traditional. So we're going to figure out why she shows up. Maybe she's a person that shows up. Ah, this is clarity, Ace of Swords. It's Ace of Swords. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So ultimately, guys, heartbreak, new opportunity, but it makes you feel isolated and almost like in some ways, whatever is offered to you right after the heartbreak makes you feel compromised, makes you feel like you're getting hoodwinked or you're getting robbed because it's not your opportunity. Fucking stop. Don't do it. Don't choose it. That's not yours. And I know it's scared because what's the first thing we want to do when we feel like we're drowning? We want to grab onto any fucking thing that's floating by. But this shit that's floating by is actually a fucking crocodile. And you don't want to reach out to that motherfucker because he's going to make food out of you. Don't reach out at all because something's coming right on the other fucking side of it. You just need a little bit of patience. That is what God wants you to know. For some reason, he's screaming to Aries right now, don't pull that trigger. Don't push that button. Don't, because you're only doing it because you're scared and you're vulnerable. You wouldn't even be thinking, had you not, this is a good exercise. Had you not been compromised, would you even be considering this shit? And answer yourself honestly. If your answer is no, then onward you go. Throw it out. No need. Because just on the other side of this is something that is quite actually stupendously wonderful and glorious. And ultimately, it is going to offer you, see, well, look at this, 6 of Pentacles. You're over here thinking, oh, this is the only thing that I can do. This is the only thing. But it's not. There are actually many offers and opportunities, and from much better places, much higher places, much more sophisticated places, much more quality places, and shit that you can actually rely on. There is abundance here. And I'm going to tell you freaking timeline. You want to know the timeline? Taurus goddamn season. That starts April 21st. You know what today is when I do the reading? April 17th. Bitch, if you can't wait 5 fucking days. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, you don't have to actually wait that much longer. It's right around the corner. Can you imagine? Ugh. Like somebody just broke your heart. The love of your life just broke your heart. So your ex comes back and says, oh, I know you're hurting. I know you're suffering. I'll love you again. And you sleep with him? Ugh. And then you wake up the next day and you meet this other beautiful, wonderful, perfect person, and you have to carry the weight of that grossness that you let yourself get into. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Because the good stuff is right around the bend. It's not actually right in front of you now. And I think that you will be compromising too much. If you do this, please don't. So, who is this Queen of Pentacles? Ah, the Two of Cups. So this Queen of Pentacles, that's could be the offer, but it's over here that it came out. So it's almost like this is where you want to be. This is actually the perfect match, not what comes right after, right? This is actually the perfect match. Taurus season, unless this is an actual Taurus that you're dealing with, in which case, don't let it be an ex. Queen of Wands. No, this is a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. It's a fire sign. It's almost like you know what's right for you. You know sincerely what celebrates your creative freedom and creative capabilities. What really exercises your creative abilities and your ability to be who you really are. Like, where can you be who you really, like, it's almost like this is such an opportunity for growth, right? Just having the courage to be in that right situation or that right connection. Could be with another fire sign, or simply this, it's you remembering who the fuck you are. Let's get a moon card. Aries. Aries. Moon card don't want to come out. There's a full moon in Scorpio coming on April 24th or 5th. That's during Taurus season. Your commitment is being tested to what's right for you, and to the partnerships, connections that you want to cultivate. God's basically testing you right now. How badly do you really want those things? Or do you just want whatever? Do you want the fantasy and the instantaneous gratification? Because you are being tested. And God wants you to say, no, I know what I want. And I know what I'm worth. And I'm going to be okay with everything in my life and everything that's making me happy right now. I'm going to find happiness in this transitional stage. And I'm going to direct the energy and where I end up going. It's about taking back self-possession and personal authority. Aries. So we have mending and no place like home. Go to the place where you know you're comfortable. Allow yourself to be in a safe space where you can heal and where you will not be rushed or kicked out. God is telling you, you're going to be safe there. And you're welcome there. So be safe. and be strong and be connected to that energy, that person, that place where you know that you can heal and where you know you are always welcome. This will help you. It'll help make this transitional period not so scary. And it will enable you to wait for more options, right? So you can be supported and heal this crap that can happen to you. And it was shit. We all know that. It's so, it's the terrible truth that your trauma is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. And is that fair? It doesn't matter if it's fair. Only by really facing it and not letting it control you can you heal it. And you will heal it, especially if you allow yourself to be supported externally by people who care, surrounding people who love you, people who care about you, so that you don't feel rushed. Not feeling rushed is not the same as not being motivated. It's just being smart. We have life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you. Please highlight that blessing. It's blessed. Know it, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. And God is supporting you each step of the way. My friends, I hope you will continue to join me for the extended reading. Continue this energy. We'll dive deeper. I can't wait to see you over there. The link is down in the description box below as well. I'll pin it to the top of the comment section. Or you can just become a BWOB member here on Born Without Boundaries Tarot and get unlimited access right here on YouTube to all the extended readings. They're also always on my website. They're archived there. They're always on Vimeo too. You can find them in so many places, but the direct links are down below. I will see you guys there.